Hey guys, Lukefolk here and welcome to another FIFA 21 SBC video. Before we get any further into the video, I am aware that the video will be slightly out of sync from what you can see from the webcam to the video, just the way it is, so I do apologise by that, but I thought it would be better to have an out of sync webcam rather than nothing. So I don't know, maybe it is better, maybe it isn't. I'm not too sure. But anyway guys, we've been given a Kondogbia SBC 88 rated. He is being given and he looks pretty good, to be fair. Not quite as good as Vidal's or Renato Sanchez's SBCs in terms of like box-to-box midfielders, but he still looks pretty good. 2 segments to him. He's been given a 5-star week for permanent upgrade and he's there for the next week. There's also a party bag SBC, which I'll also have a video on a little bit later on tonight. So what's he going to require? It's going to be an 83 rated with a team of the week with very high chemistry. So obviously with a Valencia player needed, it would make sense to build into a full La Liga team. A terrible pack back in return, and an 85 rated again with pretty high chemistry for an 85 rated squad, and a decent pack in return. So one team of the week, an 83 and an 85. I don't. 3-star weak foot isn't too bad if you're going to use him as a box-to-box midfielder. 6'2" in height's obviously very good, so we'll have you'll have a good tall presence for a midfielder. His pace is fine. His shot power and long shots are fantastic, which are going to be great when you're on like the edge of the box, like shooting from distance. He doesn't need to have amazing finishing. The fact that his like shot power and long shots are fantastic for a centre midfielder is fine. His passing is very good. His dribbling, as far as a box-to-box midfielder goes, is pretty good. His defensive stats are good. I mean, you could easily use him as a CDM. Centre mid or CDM, either position is going to be fantastic in. And obviously, his physicalities are absolutely superb. Nothing going on in terms of player traits. Listen, this card is good. Of course, I think he used to be French, didn't he, before he changed his nation to Central African Republic. And obviously, there are quite a few good La Liga cards. Obviously, you know, there's the Luis Suarez player moments cards. There's the João Felix player of the month. There's the Road to the Final Herrera, if you want to try and link him into maybe any Atletico players. There's the Lamar Showdown card that didn't get upgraded because, of course, Atletico got knocked out. And if we kind of compare him to just box-to-box midfielders in general, of course, there's the FUT Birthday Luka Modric that we got, who is a very like different type of player to Kondogbia. You wouldn't really use Modric as a CDM. He has to be used really as a box-to-box midfielder or even as a cam potentially. Kondogbia is a little bit more versatile than Modric and a completely different style of player. So I don't know if it's really fair to compare those two players, to be honest. But when you look at like these options here, I mean Parejo and David Silva, and even the Toni Kroos cards aren't good enough because they lack too much in pace. His flashback one's not too bad, but I would argue that Kondogbia, in terms of a centre mid box-to-box midfielder, him and Modric are the best in La Liga. La Liga needed another big box-to-box midfielder card, and we got that in Kondogbia. So obviously, if you have a La Liga team, that's good. Now, if you want to use him as a CDM, again, Casemiro lacks in the pace. There is the Busquets player moments card, who's okay, but again, I would argue that Kondogbia is just a far superior player, and obviously you wouldn't use him as a cam, and there's just far better cams than Kondogbia, Fekir, the record breaker Silva, then Road to the Final Isco, and that What If Gomez. So certainly, if you're good at a La Liga team, I think it makes a lot of sense to do that card, because as far as I'm concerned, he would be the best CDM in La Liga and would be probably the joint best box-to-box midfielder alongside Modric, maybe even better. Despite being 4 ratings lower, I would argue that maybe he would even be better than Modric in terms of like a centre midfielder. So I think it's a really good SBC because it was a league that needed an updated, new, good card for this stage of the game for that particular position, and we're being given it today. So, and I think the requirements, yeah, listen, they are pretty high, but at the same time, I think it's understandable because it was a position that needed to be filled, so I kind of understand why EA had made the requirements relatively high. I don't think they made them like ridiculously too high. I think it's a pretty good SBC in my personal opinion. I really, really do. Have we been given anything for objectives? No. And anything for milestones? We haven't. So we weren't given any icon SBCs. I know that. Let me just have a quick final look to see if we were given anything else. So we'll be back with a cheaper solution video later on tonight. And then obviously we'll have a video opening the FUT Birthday party bag. Last time we got a Serbi, so we need to get someone pretty good this time. We'll have to wait and see. And yeah, there literally isn't anything else. So yeah, 2 more videos to come later on tonight, guys. But on the whole, from the SBC, I think it's a pretty decent card. Well, I think he's more than decent. I think he's very, very good actually. But anyway, guys, that will finish off this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.